Y'all already know, come conversate with me. Start off early today. Offset shot outside of casino, man. Let the notifications go out. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody having a blessed week. Hit the like. If you new here, hit the subscription. Still with the piles, yep, you already know. They said little TJ did it. The details of this story is all over the place. Get the likes up, share. Offset been having, Offset career been on a down spiral ever since Takeoff was murdered. The whole momentum behind the Migos, like first off, it ain't no Migos without Takeoff, straight up. You can't do a Migos album without Takeoff. It don't look right, it don't feel right. He's always been, it's just like, it's just like when Lost Boys lost Freaky Ty, like Lost Boys still make do, but without them ad libs and that raspy voice, it ain't the same. It don't hit the same. Yeah, yo, the rap game became more violent and more wicked in this era. Like before, when rappers used to get into stuff, it'd be the entourage, but now it be the frontliners shooting, getting shot, robbing, getting robbed. It's like the rap game is on a down spiral. The rap game ain't been in a good, comfortable space in a long time. And I be telling people that like the culture is dying. If y'all don't think the culture or see it with your own eyes, the culture of hip hop is dying out, man. It ain't no more stars being created. Like these stars is like here today, going tomorrow type people. I heard Offset seen little TJ and start beating him up. I didn't even know they was beefing. Little TJ said it was over some money that he let him borrow or something. Cause they said Offset is a big gambler. You know what I'm saying? And you would think a person that lost his cousin due to gambling or something at that effect would kind of fall back on that. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a big gambler. I like whenever if you ever see me gamble, it's because I was feeling lucky or I just had some extra money to sacrifice to see if I can win. Other than that, I've never been a big gambler. When I was in junior high school, in high school, the biggest game, we used to play Pity Pat, Uno for, dollars, CeeLo, stuff like that. But I was never a big gambler. I probably gambled in a casino probably like twice in my life, roulette, blackjack, stuff like that. A couple of slot machines, but I'm not a big gambler. I choose to invest my money instead of just, gambling and then taking a chance with it. Oh, they distance them from the situation, only mess with casinos, everything else. Now, gambling is definitely highly addictive. I got a few bad gamblers around me. I remember like 10 years ago, right? It's more than 10 years ago now. It's probably like, let's say like 15 years ago, 14 years ago, because time is flying, right? My birthday, it was one of the most boringest birthdays. And my guy, Skibo Debo, y'all know him, Skibo Debo, he called me, he's like, yo, it's your birthday, what we doing? I'm like, yo, bro, we can get a little bottle of champagne, celebrate, smoke something cool, get some food. I said, he's like, nah, we ain't doing that. You know, I'm coming to get you. So he said, yo, I'll be at your house like 25 minutes, get dressed, throw something good on. So I threw on like a little good outfit, whatever little jewelry I had on at the time, and they came and picked me up, and we went to Atlantic City. My man Skibo, he was like, you ain't gotta worry about nothing or nobody tonight. Everything is on me. So I'm like, all right, cool, I appreciate it. So, you know, we got a couple of bottles of rosé. You know what I'm saying? He had about 40, 50 grand on him, something like that. And probably like 30 grand. I'll say I ain't gonna over that, probably like 25 to 30 grand. And at this time, he had a real lucky streak with gambling. So now I don't mess with raw papers. Lord Blanco, what's good, baby? My moderator here. Yeah, get all that. So we go to the casino, and he's hitting. You know what I'm saying? He asking me for numbers for roulette. He hitting. Every time he hit on the number that I give him, he give me like 200. So I probably made like 500 sideline betting. That day I'm good. I put that in my pocket. It's 500 more than what I came with. So he was like, yo, man, I know you know some females. Yo, call some females, man. We need some female energy around us. So he's like, you ain't got no bras. I'm like, you bugging. So I call up my homegirl Chastity and a few of her homegirls. They drove out 2 hours. We had the suite. They drove out 2 hours to the hotel, came and chilled while we was gambling and stuff down. You know, they stayed upstairs. So my nigga Skibo was cracking the casino at poker. So he was up probably like 30 grand. You know what I'm saying? So he probably up like almost 47,000 right now, including the money that he had. So he gambling, and I'm like, yo, bro, take a break. You know what I'm saying? You know, go put some of the money up, take what you want. If you lose that, leave it alone. So he's like, yo, I'm good right now. I'm good. So I'm like, yo, bro, give me some thousands. Let me go put it up in the safe, and you gonna be good. He was like, nah, I got it, bro. I got it. I know how to stop. This man chips was sitting this high off the table, like 3-4 piles of chips, black chips, all the big boy chips. I went up, smoked a blunt, chilled with the girls for a minute, conversate, laugh, joked, whatever, came downstairs. That joint was getting lower and lower and lower and lower. So I'm like, yo, go cash in them chips. He went to go cash in the chips. He got his money, whatever. I said, yo, let's go get some breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get some steak and eggs and chill for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Your streak might have ran out right now. Figure something out. Go play something else. So as we going up the escalator, we get to the top, going to the food court. He goes right back down there. I gotta go try to win my money back. I say, yo, bro, take a break. He ain't listen to his brother. Nigga lost every dollar, bro. The money that he won and the money that he came with. Every dollar, right? So after he gets cracked, he come upstairs to the room with the girls. The girls done ordered all type of champagne, cheese, eggs, waffle, all types of extravagant breakfasts. He's looking like, yo, y'all ordered this all on my bill. He started panicking. It was funny. He started panicking, but he gambled so much that he had platinum status at the hotel, like 5-star platinum status. So the room became comp, the food became comp, everything. So he ain't really have to pay nothing for the room or for the food. So that was like a breath of fresh air. So at the time we was living in Middletown, so we driving back from the casino. No music playing for about 2.5 hours. No music. All you heard was like niggas inhaling the blunt going back and forth. So I looked to the side. Some told me look to the side. Tears start bubbling down my man's face. So I'm looking at him like, I ain't want to laugh at that. So like he asked me like, yo, aunt, you still got that couple of hundred? I wasn't giving my money back. So I said, nah, I lost it on the roulette table like you, nigga. You know, I tried my luck too. He was like, damn. I tell you, when he got back to the town, anybody that owed that nigga some money, he was at nigga's door 8:45 in the morning. We got back like 7:40. He was going around the town. Whoever owed this nigga money, this nigga was over them niggas' door. This nigga just lost he lost everything, bro. And he just goes to show you that gambling shit is highly addictive. Yeah. I'm a nigga that get mad if I'm a nigga that get mad if I lose $100. But from that day, he never went back to the casino. He never went back to AC after that. I guess that like I really seen a nigga lose like a substantial amount of money and never go back to casino. I've seen niggas lose 100,000 and go right back the next 2 days. It was some nigga playing roulette. He was putting money on every number. Every number. He put money on every number and would lose. He probably was playing 1,000. Not like, yo, bro, I never seen nobody play roulette like this. But he would lose a lot, but he would win a lot. But I seen that man probably, lose $25,000, $30,000 in a matter of 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I can't gamble like that, bro. Gamblers will fight their friends to hold some money. The gambler won't fight the ops. Sports gambling or casino gambling, I lost bread in both. Like, Lord, I don't do none of that picks play. I don't do none of that fan duel. I don't even try my luck. I'm scared to lose my money. Because a lot of this shit be rigged. Word to mother, this shit be rigged. I see the lady with $175,000 on a slot machine and they ain't want to pay the lady her money. I bet you they paid that lady that money though. She was raising hell. She was like, man, look at the cameras. I've been sitting at this machine for almost 12 hours, the same machine. I done lost over $11,000 here. Y'all gonna pay, y'all, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about, that lady. And she must have been some lady that's a real gambler and some status, because I went to go get something to eat and we came back. She had a lawyer on the premises. Fire lawyer too, long, light skin. She had on deep red lipstick. She had a lawyer. Her lawyer was like, y'all gonna pay my client such and such because she won and this, and y'all talking about the machine was glitched, and nah, y'all gonna pay. That lady got her money. Next time I seen her, that lady was cashing out. For real. I was like, some of these casinos, I've been in all the casinos. Vegas, Yonkers, Atlantic City. I've been to damn near a lot. I'm in a lot of casinos. I've been in the casino in Detroit. And what I realized in casinos, it took me years to realize two things that you will never see in a casino is windows and a clock. You will not see a clock nowhere in sight. Yo, for people that go to casinos, right? I don't care. It is no clocks, no type of tracking of time in a casino. In the casino area where you playing at, it's no clock because they don't want you to know what time. They want you to lose track of time, everything. Nah, she called the lawyer. She ain't calling no news. You will never see a clock. You'll never see a clock in a casino. People don't pay attention to detail. I was like, yo, I was looking around a casino one time and I was like, yo, they don't got no clocks or no windows. They don't want you to let you know. You'll be gambling for 15 hours and don't know it's dark outside. Yeah, it's a shady business. Grand Rising. Yeah, I'm good. Lost track of time, yep. I used to buy the whole book of scratch-off tickets and barely broke even every time. Most of them books were never big payouts. Yeah, like yo, bro, like one of my guys, he used to hit scratch-offs for like 10,000 like every other week. He used to hit big on scratch offs, like 1,500, 3,000, 10,000, like on scratch offs. Like it was this one store that he always go to and they always hit. And he would give whoever the cashier was that day, if he hit, he would always give them some money for selling him that ticket. So I guess that's why he always kept a good rapport with gambling. Like some people are flawless at gambling. Like I forgot the guy name that he's banned from every casino in the world. Like he's just too smart at gambling. He's just like he be winning 14 million, 22 million. They don't let you know what I'm saying? He showed baby how to gamble. I've been hip to no clocks. Me and T-Rex gonna never battle again. We gonna leave that where that's at. I don't do battle raps no more, man. I'm good with that. I ain't got nothing to prove on that tip. I'll do some music and merch and stuff like that, but that's not where my energy is. That's not where my heart is. My heart not in battling no more. I did it so long that I grew out of it. Yeah, some people just lucky. Some people just lucky. Like God bless his soul, HUD 6. I seen him win way more than he lost playing CeeLo. It was times where I was in a gambling spot with HUD from Christmas to New Year's Eve. Like literally come out smelling like every cigarette was invented. Worth a mother. Like, I'm talking about niggas stopping 10,000, 6,000, 7,800. Niggas, whatever's in the bank, niggas is stopping it. Seeing niggas, I'm seeing niggas ace to the deuce twice for 10,000. I'm like, yo, gambling is crazy. Bronx, New York is in the building. Jamie, what's going on? That guy need to leave his name. We not gonna even talk about that guy. I said what I said. We had that back and forth a few months ago. That shit is dead. That's like beating on a dead dog. I got nothing to say, nothing about that guy at all. He said Archie Karras turned $50 into 40 million and gave it back less than a month. That's crazy. Word. I don't care what people got to say with me. I have a high self-esteem. I always did. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what people got to say about me. As long as when they stop talking, that's when I worry about it. Yeah, they fell to the deuce twice. I remember gambling happened on Hum 4th and first playing CeeLo back in the 90s era. What irks me, people who blow money blow bags that can change other people's lives all the time. I done seen people, I done seen people give strangers triple, like I done seen, I'm talking about not life-changing money, but you can get on your feet with it and walk past their family members that's messed up. Like some people, like money is the root of all evil. That's why I don't worship money. That's why, you know what I'm saying, even when I'm down or if I'm up, I remain the same because money goes. You know what I'm saying? Money is something that you gotta keep making. You gotta keep making money. It's just something you gotta keep making. And once you know that, you don't really trip off of it. You know what I'm saying? There's people with all the money in the world, you know what I'm saying, and they still strive to get more. They got more money than they can spend in one lifetime, and they still strive to get more. Money is just something that it was put on this planet, and people chase it. They'll kill you for it. They'll rob you for it. They'll do all the conniving things for it because it's worth everything to them. Money not worth nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Money is only good for food, clothing, and shelter, and investments. Everything, all that else is just paper. And when people don't understand that concept, you know, they go crazy for it. I'm not going crazy. I'm not harming nobody for no paper. You know what I'm saying? And I always repent to Allah for anything that he might have seen or felt that I did something for money that I shouldn't have did. And you know, like I have a conscience and I know karma is real, so I try to repent a lot. You know what I'm saying? I try to repent a lot for the stuff that I've did or what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not going back and forth with no human being. I'm not coming back to the internet going back and forth with nobody. I'm not doing that. My platform is not for that. It wasn't even created for that. It was always created to have positive outlooks and assessments on, you know, just music industry and anything of some substance, art, music, fashion. I don't do politics. I don't do religion on here because that gets out of hand. But far as, you know, the urban interactive culture, you know, I speak on it, and I always try to speak on it in a positive way without, you know, trying to downplay anybody or kick somebody while they down. I always try to give a good assessment on the stuff that I talk about. But my condolences to Offset. I hope he get well. It's just crazy, man. Like rap is being known for more violence than music nowadays. Like in my era, it was only a few rappers that died due to violence. Like a lot of rappers back in the days wasn't just dying, getting killed like that. Scott LaRock, you know, after that, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't really no rappers getting killed like that, Big and Pac. But after Big and Pac for a long time, rappers wasn't dying like that. Now it's just like niggas be waiting to go to the social media to see who died or who got shot. Like that's what the headlines is thriving for, all bad news. Niggas ain't looking for you to win a Nobel Peace Prize, a Grammy, an Oscar, or nothing. They looking like, yo, when he's going, when you're in the industry, people are waiting for you to fuck up. If you don't fuck up, nobody has no content. Content is from everybody's fuck ups. So as soon as you do something that people feel is out of pocket or they don't agree with, they create content on you and make you look bad. That's what it's all about. Creating content, making people look bad. I don't want to be a part of that narrative right there. Because YouTube platform is supposed to be for informative, for people to come learn from tutorials, just experience. You can learn from a nigga's conversation. Because you might be going through something that a nigga done went through and he can tell you how to navigate through it. Some people don't understand this YouTube. Some people turn on their YouTube just to see madness, and to each his own. You know what I'm saying? We all entertained by nonsense sometimes, but when you just repeatedly filling your brain with negative energy and just be on a low vibration and a low frequency, that's what your life is going to turn. I don't want to be on a low frequency, so I like, to each his own. Nigga can say what they want about me. I know what's true and what's not true, so at the end of the day, I'm at peace with it. that's the truth, but it's very difficult because people remain righteous when they life change. Yeah, nobody talking shit about who gives. Yeah, you can't even care no more. It'd be like it's entertaining. You can do your little back and forth and whatever, but at the end of the day, like you got to shift away from that negative energy, man. You can't keep consuming bad energy, man. It's not good for the soul. It's not good for your mind. It's not good for your body because your body is controlled by by your mind, by your brain. Everything your mind, your brain tells your hand to go like this. You know what I'm saying? So if your mind is weak, your body gonna be weak. So you gotta stay away from low vibrational people. No matter what they say, I'm rubber, you glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you. That's how you gotta play this game. You can't really let none of this shit get under your skin because people are doing it for entertainment. People are doing it for financial purposes. People are doing it for financial gain. People are doing it to lower your frequency. And you know what I'm saying? They know if they can lower your frequency, how far they can go. You know what I'm saying? So just stay on your straight path. It's hard because, you know, you try to take up for yourself, but you just got to stay on the straight path. You got to stay on the straight path and keep moving. You can't really let no negative, you can't really let no negative energy, you know, partake in your life. You know what I'm saying? Jersey City rock with you. I appreciate that. Munch Macho. Word, I appreciate that. Like you gotta learn. Sometimes you gotta learn how to. Sometimes you gotta learn how to ignore shit. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to ignore shit, but you know what I'm saying. When you know it ain't no good for your soul, mind, body, and soul, it's no substance. It's not, you can't feed off of it. You can't, all you can do is react off it. If you can't take nothing from it and feed off of it and build off of it, it's not good energy for you. So that means, you know, you gotta put up defense mechanisms against a lot of bullshit. And a lot of that just starts with just staying to yourself. Sometimes you gotta stay to yourself. A lot of people don't be understand. A lot of my niggas don't understand why I don't wanna go to parties or why I wanna be in so-called lit situations no more, because it don't feed my soul. People don't even enjoy themselves at the party. They'll say, yo, it's lit. And they'll like, I can stay in the comfortability in my home and be intoxicated. And then I don't want to be intoxicated around strangers. As you get older, you start to realize, yo, when I was young, I was kind of reckless because I wouldn't mind getting intoxicated and off point and being, you know, a little tipsy or something at a spot and trying to, you know what I'm saying? But now guys don't even go to the club for the girls. Everybody go there to stun on one another. It's really like a big show and tell. Who got this, who doing what, who fucking who, this, that, and the third. I'm not really concerned about none of that type of shit because I don't care at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, I go to spots, I be in there 25 minutes and be ready to go home. Be like, yo, this shit is not even me no more. It don't even feed my soul no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't enjoy myself. I come from the era when you go to a club or you go to a party, you have a good time. Niggas don't even have a good time no more. Fifty have health issues. Wow, I don't know. Shout, I don't know about that. Peace, 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 Rich, peace. High five. Word. Back in the 70s and 80s, UK had more love for hip hop than the US. And Jay-Z said you can't ignore it. It's the fastest way to get extorted. Yeah, yeah, in certain ways, but he's talking street terms. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you can't ignore, you got to fight fire with fire, but it's the simplest way to stay away from fire is to not go near it. You know what I'm saying? Even if it comes near you, try to, that's what fire extinguishers is for when it get hot. You got to extinguish the fire. It's not hard to stay in your own pocket. It's like you see, it's millions of people that know how to stay in their own pocket and and strive through the ills of the industry. You don't have to always encounter bad shit within the music industry. You know what I'm saying? You see how shit's spilling off into casinos and all that? Niggas is gambling. Like niggas go to like places of business to where it be like, and then we get, as all rappers, we get the bad stamp because it be like, look what hip hop does. They don't even know how to conduct themselves at places like casinos, the shootouts, this, that, and the third. It's like, yo, bro, if y'all niggas gonna keep conducting yourself like street niggas, stay in the street. You might survive longer in the street doing street shit. You might die quicker doing some street shit and some rap shit. Because when it get to the rap shit, everybody ego get involved and everybody want to spiral out and go crazy and show who's harder and who team is doing this and who team is doing that. Nah, man. Y'all niggas is bugging the fuck out, bro. Learn how to conduct yourselves as human beings. Fuck being a rapper. Learn how to conduct yourself, period, man. Niggas don't know how to go nowhere without carrying that hood shit with them. I'll make sure all right, bet. Next live, I'll do the horizontal joint instead of the vertical. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. When you go live, okay. Rappers want to be gangsters and gangsters want to be rappers. It's crazy. Yep, you ain't never lie about that. That's a whole fact. Everybody want to switch modes until some bullshit go down. The music industry used to be fun. What about little TJ? Did he get hit? Or Offset? Or that's Cap Dog. They say he didn't get shot. His charge is like a disorderly conduct or some shit like that. It ain't even really saying if it's related to the Offset situation. It might be a coincidence they was at the same place at the same time. It might be something going on out there to where niggas went to go unwind. You never know with this shit, bro. It's minor details on this situation, but all we do know is Offset got shot in the buttocks. I think he got shot in the ass. Like, shit was crazy. Always allow you to scroll through your YouTube. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. We gotta be civilized. Yeah, we gotta be civilized. Even the people that run the country ain't civilized. Niggas is wild. Everything I be thinking I'm watching a live stream of Twilight Zone for real. Your daughter is beautiful. Thank you. That's baby pictures of her. Casa, how you get that name? I had so many names growing up. The mysterious one, A Wilder, Baby Mobster, Baby Gangster, this, that, and third, Tony B. But I told this story before. One day I was downtown leaving school, and they had a big billboard that said Unforgiven. It was a Clint Eastwood movie. And I said, yo, I liked how the font looked and I liked how the name sounds. So I said, I came back uptown, told my friends my name gonna be Unforgiven. They was like, oh, that's hard. That's hard. I never heard nobody say their name was Unforgiven. And then my man Jermaine Manson and his girl, the mistress of marijuana at the time, his wife, not his girl, his wife, because they married with kids. She was like, Unforgiven, that's Castellana in my language, where I'm from. We would say Castellana because she's Filipino. So I was like, you know, Unforgiven Castellana. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I just felt like it was too long for, like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Like, if you, like, now people say a whole name, it sound cool, but I was like, Unforgiven Castellana. That's always gonna be it. But let me break it down and put some acronyms to it. And I use from Unforgiven and Casa from Casalana, and I put it together, and it became Uncasa. And the acronyms for Uncasa is United Niggas Kill All Stereotypes America. And that's what Uncasa stand for. So that's where I got the name Uncasa from. What's going on with Luca and Alexis? I couldn't speak on that. I don't know. I won't even talk about that on here. Pray for them both. Wish them the best. I don't get into people business. You know what I'm saying? I don't get into people business like that, man. It's one thing you ain't gonna do here and get me here to talk about people that I know on that type of level. You never hear me talk about niggas' personal business. I talk about shit I went through with niggas, but I don't talk about personal shit like family and this, that, and the third, and nah, I don't do that. Hit the like button, yeah, send them likes up. There's 114 people in here right now. All I ask is y'all to hit the like so I can get up into the, so they can push the content through the algorithm. As we hear, we got 48 likes. Come on, let's send this up to 100 likes. Come on, man. Just double tap your screen if you got a mobile phone. She just had a baby. I'm happy for her. Who just had a baby? Dayana. Oh yeah, shout out to Dayana. Word. Congratulations to the queen. Yep. I ain't seen Queen in a minute. Brooklyn Way movie on the way. Gat Taylor, aka Gat Mizerda. We gonna do that Brooklyn Way movie, and that's gonna be the end of that saga, man. Appreciate everybody for the last decade that been supporting us through the Brooklyn Way. Like a lot of the Harlem cast came through me, and that's cause Gat gave me creative control with my character, and he said the people that you want to be around, your crew, the people that you bringing in, that's gonna come through you. So that's why you see the guys of the likes of G Dot, Franchise, Dayana, Yarly Black, Shice, like a lot of that stuff, like it was like I was just like, yo, you know what? All my niggas need a chance to display their talents too. You know what I'm saying? I was such a big fan of the web series era. I wanted to be a part of it because I've always act, but I never got to display none of my talents as far as an actor. So one day, I think this is where Gat got killed off as Caesar on Respect Life, and I was like, yo, good job, you did your thing, I liked your character. He was like, yo, I'm starting my own web series, so I want you to be a part of it, come link up. I went to link up with him. We went on a boat, like a boat ride with like 5 or 6 members of the cast, and that's how I got familiar with everybody. So shout out to the whole Brooklyn Way family. We won web series awards and all that, so I'm proud of my crew. Rest in peace, Boo P. I love Respect Life too. Thanks for the super chat, Darius. Do you know the sample that for the Purple City Bird Gang? Nah, that was played. Ad played that. That wasn't a sample. Ad played that on a keyboard. Cat Ad made that beat from scratch. Shout out to Aguilar. That was a sample. Yeah, what's that shit? Whenever you do respect life. Yeah, respect life. Yo, respect life became the number one after Money and Violence faded out. Respect Life became the number one web series, and I liked all of them. 808, Pieces, all the joints, everything. I can't even remember all the names right now, but everything. That's how I knew who Commodore was from being the character lit. All the web series I was watching, but what had the best storyline to me, besides Money and Violence, was definitely Respect Life became number one. Boom P Pen, and the way he shot and was like unmatched, like groundbreaking. He was, you know, like if Boone ain't died, bro, he's gonna be like a Spike Lee or John Singleton, cause he was that dope. Home of the Hitters, Brooklyn Way, Time is Money, Mayhem, Respect Life was king though. Yep, that's a fact. I interview. Go check out the interview. Whoever in here, y'all ain't see the interview. I interviewed Maine, cousin Maine, my guy Kai MGB, on my channel. We went live a few weeks back, and we chopped it up. And you know, go check that out. If you ain't check out that live, go check out that live with me and Kai, aka cousin Maine from Respect Life. Yeah, Respect Life. Just go into my live archive, and you'll see it. It was only a few weeks back. You was funny as shit on the Brooklyn Way. Like people ain't know I had a sense of humor. Darnell Green, love you, bro. Yo, Skittles was good, baby. That's my guy, D Skittles. Check my guy Skittles out on my man Tim Levels page. Skittles is my childhood friends. We go back since the late 80s. For real, 88, 89. When I moved to the hill, whatever happened to the Purple Haze strand? You tell me. I don't know what happened. It died out. Like I'm gonna do a live on Cannabis in like probably a few days. But what happened is, right, once something get good, they oversaturate the game with it. So then, you know, it get to a point where you want something different. That's when the sour came. The sour was a short-lived run. Then you had like stuff like Gorilla Glue, and then you start getting all the candy and all the dispensary weeds, like cookies and all that stuff. Like it times change. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like smoking haze no more. I can't even smoke that shit. I get super paranoid. It's something about that high just don't sit right with me no more. I haven't smoked. I went to a haze piff con like last summer, and they had every strand of haze, and I didn't like it. I'm from Newark, New Jersey, aka Brick City. Stone, what's going on, baby? I'm growing some haze right now. I'm ready in June. Haze, man. You know, I ain't with none of the negative stuff. I was smoking when it was greens and blacks. Calm down. I was smoking dirt hot axe, and I was smoking green and Arizona and Hawaiian skunk and all that. We graduated to it. When we, this is when when you this is when niggas graduated with the weed. When you realize that you gotta pay more for good weed, that's when we start smoking good weed. When you get off that Nick, too blunt Nick shit, trying to get more for your buck and just gonna get a high that's gonna last, that's when we start going to Arton, Post, Familia, Dykeman, Nagel, going up there to get the haze, going to get the pellet, all that type of stuff, going to get the Elliot, the chocolate from the Jamaicans, this, down, the third. You had to pay more for good weed. Good weed ain't cheap, and cheap weed ain't good. Always remember that. So when you understand that science to it, good weed ain't cheap and cheap weed ain't good. And and you know, when you get off that, you just know you gotta spend more. If you want 2 blunts, you gotta spend more. When that's when they had dimes and 20s and stuff like that. You just gotta spend more. 175 175th Street, yep. You was having fun at the video shoot. Sure was. I see you dancing. I see you. Whatever happened to chocolate? Jamaicans, like, all the Jamaican weed sellers faded out once all this good weed came in. Niggas ain't want that shit no more. All that shit was Tiger Bone and Guinness sprayed on the weed and then roasted in the oven. That's all chocolate was. Chocolate wasn't, you know, it was green weed that they made brown. Yep. Niggas get mad when you tell them 300 the zip. Yeah, they sure do. Niggas run away. Gorilla Glue ain't even good anymore. Nope. I haven't smoking no good Gorilla Glue in years. Weed hasn't been real good since the 90s. That's a fact. Like, I smoked it all. I smoked Branson, every weed spot you can name, from Nucleus to Body Bag to 111th, to Branson, to all the weeds uptown and on Dykeman and Inwood. I went to all that shit in the 90s. Elliot, I went to all that shit. 125th and 5th and Mad, all that shit. Chunky Black, Afghanistan Black, the land spread. I smoked all that shit coming up as a youngster. We used to walk to weed spot, the weed spot, the weed spot, and by the time we get back to the block, niggas high as a motherfucker, bro. All that chocolate and all that dark weed, and then the dro came out, you know what I'm saying? Then the Hawaiian skunk, you know what I'm saying? It was like my niggas was going to Jamaica and shit and going to Hawaii and smuggling like 3.5s back so we can smoke good weed. That's how much we was on the weed. Me and my cousin, we been smoking weed since like 13, 14 years old, for real. Young niggas smoking green, then up the ante, going to Branson, smoking all the shit, the big niggas, all the hustlers who smoking weed, smoking all that shit. Tyson's and Bed-Stuy, yeah, it had the best chocolate. Yeah, that's a fact. My niggas from Brownsville was bringing that shit to Harlem. My niggas that, like, a lot of my niggas, like, when I used to be when I was running around with the guards and the earths, like, my homeboy Say Cool, shout out to my brother Chim, the Brown Baltimore. First nigga that ever took me to an Apollo concert. First nigga that ever take me to a Summer Jam concert was my nigga Chim, the Brown Bomber. Chim, my man Eric, I love you. First nigga put me in a fashion show, my nigga Chim, word up. Put me in a fashion show for, it was a Malcolm X theme. His mom's was making the costumes for the Malcolm X movie. Shout out to my nigga Chim, the Brown Bomber. But yeah, coming up in them days, we used to travel to go to all the weed spots. Any weed spot All my niggas, John, all them niggas, they used to come, go to Brooklyn, go to Tyson's and bring that chocolate, and we'd be having 100 blunt cipher. You ever been in a 100 blunt cipher? Ask my boy Lord Nez. First time I met Lord Nez, shout out to Queens Get the Money. My boy Lord Nez, I met him when he was about 14, 15. He had a crew called the Street Sweepers. He had a song like, first nigga I seen wear Carhartt, like different color Carhartt jeans and black Timbs, bald heads. My nigga Lord Nez, he's still around to this day. Legendary producer, he be throwing the smoking beats, listening sessions and all that. Like niggas been smoking good weed. First time I met him, he bought like 50 bags from my block, from Andy and Mango. Niggas had 100 blunt cipher. It was only like me, him, his man, and my man Say Cool. And my man Say Cool room used to have graffiti all over the room, like big burners by Doms. I mean, big burner pieces that's supposed to be on the streets was in his room. Like this, like I grew up hip hop. Like I'm telling you, my man Say Cool room looked at like the subways in Harlem, everything marked up in his room, big burner pieces, all type of shit. A QPSI was going for 1,200 in '07. Man, at one time, Philly in the building. It was one time where a ounce of sour was 450, 500 in Harlem. The real sour I'm talking about, you could have a dime of that shit and that shit smell up the whole floor. I remember one time, it was like after a party. It was like one of them nights after a party, one of my homeboys that I used to chill with, we sitting in my hallway about 4 in the morning and we smoking like in the hallway. Like back in them days, you could smoke in your hallway and all that. Nobody don't say nothing, you can't do this before they had surveillance and all that and the cameras and all that. So we sitting in the hallway in 2 fold up chairs, like sitting by my door and he's sitting by the wall. And we smoke a blunt of the sour. I swear to God, like 4 people open their door like, yo, what the fuck is that y'all smoking, yo? That shit got my crib lit. Like, that's how fire the sour was back in the days. And then the sour that they started selling wasn't sour, it was headband. You get what I'm saying? That weed became headband. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't sour. I'm talking about that sour that you smell. Like, first nigga I seen besides Shice Bub, black. The only nigga I seen with real sour besides Shice was Biggs from Rockefeller. Biggs used to had the joint rolling machine rolling big spliffs like this or that sour shit, have niggas knock the fuck out in baseline on the, yo, bro. Casa salute, G's. New frames are dapper. I appreciate it, my nigga. Appreciate that. The Uptown Mango Pinga. Yeah, niggas talk about that Mango Pinga. That Mango Pinga was just like fake exotic. It was like, it wasn't haze, it wasn't airy, it was just like a strand that they grew outside and the sun was hitting. They had a little fruity taste to it. People, yo, we used to sell that Mango Pinga for $2.50 out, like niggas from out of town. When we can't find the haze man and the niggas acting stupid on the prices, you go get a couple of ounces of Mango Pinga, niggas think they got that haze. I'm telling you. Mango haze was sweet, yep. I remember the headband and the diesel fuel, yep. Sour Kush stand headband. I'm 50 years old, sour cost 700 an ounce in the 90s, that's a fact. That Dower, Free Sheik Ali, that's a fact. Used to chase the sour, my homeboy from Brownsville used to bring it here to Baltimore for us. We got real high hat, word. Sour and chocolate, yeah. You gotta be around some real Jamaicans to find that. They don't got that no more. You don't really even see Jamaicans selling weed no more. That's worth the mother. You don't got no more rosters in the hood that sell weed like that. And if they is roster and they is selling weed, most likely they selling some candy. some gelato or something. They not selling no Ari or no chocolate, none of that type of stuff. Red Line was fire, yeah. Red Line was fire. That was that 130, 139 in Broadway in front of the pizza shop. Yeah, I used to smoke that too. Niggas don't know about that Red Line. Dispensaries took over. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of that weed was good. Yep. But man, shout to Offset, man. Man, I hope he focus up and get well with his situation. 189 with a real haze in Harlem. The 80s and 90s will always rule. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Yep. Brown Skin Goddess, 189. Of course I smoke Branson. I'm from the block of Branson. I'm from 151st between Anson and Broadway. Branson was on 151st in St. Nick Place. Of course I smoke Branson. If niggas tell you they was smoking Branson, ask them who they was buying it from. Because if you wasn't getting it from E or nobody like that, you wasn't even going in Branson and be like, yo, let me get a 20. You wasn't going in there like that. First of all, you have to go buy a juice, some candy, and act like you knew what you was doing. See, me, I never had to go through that. My nigga J1 that worked at the cab base, that was one of the drivers, my man Jimmy, he would go get it from me and my niggas. We would hustle all day, and niggas got tired of smoking that Ari and shit. We like, yo, nah, we ain't smoking that today. We going to get us some bees. See, the niggas that really smoked Branson in the 90s, you call it bees. That's how you know you smoking Branson. We don't even call it Branson, we call it bees. For short, you know what I'm saying? Oh, what you got on the bees? What you got on the bees? Yo, I got 25 on the bees. I got 25. Next thing you know, you smoking 100 of Branson right in front of your building, chilling with the Black Panasonic radio with my nigga Young God from Queens. We out there on the stoop all day, smoking that good weed all day. Branson, 111th, Nucleus, Tally Y, all that. Niggas like, I've been like, niggas can't talk cannabis with me. Niggas can't talk that cannabis shit with me. Niggas wasn't smoking the Maddie. Me and my homegirl Sharia from Jersey, shout to Chocolate, Sharia. We used to go get the Maddie from 125th and Mad. The chocolate, the 50 like this stuff. Sticky chocolate. You can put it on the wall and have it there for hours. That's how sticky that chocolate used to be from the patty shop or the ice cream shop. Me and my nigga Jesus, when he used to have to go drop and pick off blood and drop it off at the diagnostic spot in Teterboro, we would drive from New York from Manhattan to Staten Island to Long Island to pick up blood, put it in a biohazard box and transport it to the diagnostic spots. All we would do is listen to Big, Rough Riders, Volume 2, or tape in his car in a white Ford Couture, and we were driving around the whole fucking 5 boroughs and pick up and drop off blood from clinics and stuff like that, and we'll be blowing that Maddie, that big 20 or that big 50 from 125th and Mad, and be zooted, get beef patties and Irish Moss drinks, and be on our way. I'm telling you, I was there, man. Niggas wasn't there. You can't go on no other platform and hear this type of fly shit. Niggas was not there. And the niggas that was there, they'll tell you he was dead. I'm telling you the spots that you was going to. I'm telling you the clubs niggas was in. I wasn't seeing none of these young niggas at my age. I was only seeing big time hustlers where I was going, spots I was going. The spots I was going don't even exist no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Sam Gore Barbershop, Newark, New Jersey. Yeah, my nigga, yeah, Sam Gore on 145th. Shout out to Sam Gore. Everybody used to go in there. Redman, everybody. Rest in peace to Marlon. Shout out to my nigga Lenny the Barber. You know what I'm saying? Was throwing the most iconic parties in the world still to this day. He be throwing concerts and all that now. Like I was there. I was at both Sam Gores when it was on the corner in the middle of the block until it went uptown. I went to all the Sam Gores. My man Marlon was in there, take 2 hours to do one Caesar, talking all day, cracking jokes, drinking, going outside to smoke weed. I was there. I was there. I was there. I was there. Like Cam say, you was there. You wasn't there. I was there. I was there. Niggas can't tell me. Harlem Summers was lit. Harlem Summers was lit. All the girls out, all the cars out, all the hustlers out, all the cutie pies. Niggas getting fresh. Fresh Prince said, fresh from the beauty parlor or fresh from the barbershop or fly from the beauty salon. That's how it was. Going to get a new pair of sneakers because I need a new pair because basketball courts in the summer got girls there. That's how it was. He was describing not only West Philly, how it was there, but how it was. The summertime was always a lit time. Now, due to the fact that it took a lot of stuff from us due to gentrification, we can't do a lot of the things that, that we did in the 80s or 90s and the early 2000s. Now it's more, you know what I'm saying, they gating off stuff where you used to sit at and stuff. They done turned the hood upside down, but for the most part, I can just take you back 46 years of how Harlem was, what was there, what wasn't there. Me and my cousin was just uptown the other day, went to one of our favorite restaurants, Wimpy's, that we've been going to since a kid to get the best cheeseburgers, the best breakfasts besides Texas Star. We'll go to Wimpy's because that was on our block on the hill, right on Amsterdam on 150th. So we walking past stores and I'm like, yo, remember when this was that? Remember when this was this? Remember when that was that? 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 Nothing that we grow up to see is still there except the buildings. Everything, all the infrastructure, the stores and the camaraderie of the neighborhood. Like back in those days, when people was waiting for their welfare check and probably ran out food that day just before you was getting your check or something, like people that was like the neighborhood would take care of you. Like you can go to the meat market or you can go to Rosita's and go get you some groceries on credit and stuff like that, or go get you a few sandwiches, or go to the chicken spot or the Chinese restaurant and get food on credit, because that's how the camaraderie of the neighborhood was. You know what I'm saying? Back then, your neighborhood was your neighborhood. Nowadays, it ain't so much like that. Like you still can go, like if you cool with the Aki on the corner, he might let you go for a couple of Dutches and a soda and stuff like that. But I'm talking about you can go get whole bags of groceries back in the door. I remember you can go to Eddie the Fish Man, go to the fish market and get you a few porgies and some catfish and cook it up for a Sunday dinner. Like people don't understand. I've seen those eras when Harlem was really poverty stricken, looked like a war zone. Every other building was condemned. When I grew up on 135th between 7th and 8th, a lot of buildings was condemned back then. And now you walk past stuff and it's all built up and look nice in this, but I remember when it was nothing there. Me and my friends used to play on them dirty mattresses, used to play in them abandoned buildings, used to play in the backyards and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying, being adventurous and doing just little badass little kid stuff growing up in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? I was born in 79, grew up in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, growing up in the 2000s, and never going to prison, not missing no time out here on the streets besides a little bullpen therapy for getting caught smoking weed. The shit, like, you can't even get locked up for getting caught with a joint because you can smoke in front of the police now. So what I'm telling y'all, it was a whole different time and era. Everything was different. The train system, everything. 42nd Street, downtown to Times Square was different. A whole bunch of sex shops, and you can't even find a sex shop in 42nd Street like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Times they had the barcode. arcade down there. They used to have the arcades in the Penn Station right across from Dave's Cookies. I remember this shit vividly. I was there. I can tell you about New York the last 40 years because I was there and I have no time taken off. And as well as traveling the world since a little kid. Like I've been touching states since preteen, 12 years old, 13, 14, going to states, living in states, not visiting them, living 2 months at a time, 90 days, 60 days, going on vacations, doing that, moving away with my cousin because I don't like it in New York, doing all types of shit, learning just how the world works. You know what I'm saying? When I lived in Florida, like I had the best time in Florida, like luxury condo, swimming pool, gymnasium, workout room, jacuzzi, all that at a young age. Imagine doing what you want at 13, being and living in life of luxury. You in Tampa, Florida, and Brandon, and you going to Malibu Grand Prix every other day. Stuff like that. Eating checkers when you want, like when you're a kid, junk food, fast food, carnivals, amusement parks. That's what you love. And that me and my I call him my brother. My brother Mark is my best friend. His mom's always kept me with him since a little kid. We experienced a lot of shit with each other. He had all the G.I. Joes. Every movie come out, we was going to see. Like the movies that y'all see now as classics, we was going to the movies to see those shits. Like going first, we was living in Florida when we went to go see Mo Money. He was like, yo, let's go see Mo Money. Val Takers, stuff like that. But like I'm telling you about I remember going to see Juice when it came out with my cousin. Remember going to see New Jack City, Ninja Turtles, any movie that was out and it's a classic now. Boys in the Hood, going to see all that shit at the Nova on Wednesdays when it's $3. Some weeks you'll miss the premiere because it's so crowded the line down the block. You just be like, yeah, I'm gonna just wait till Wednesday because that movie gonna be $3. And go sit in there and watch Menace or go watch Juice or go watch Boys in the Hood right at the Nova. And they used to have a movie theater on 181st and Broadway. That joint used to be lit too on Easter. Like I was there. Yeah, Lenny had the cutting room. Yeah, he sure did. But yeah, we been here an hour and 7 minutes. Yo, shout out to everybody that tuned in. I appreciate you, man. Condolences to Offset. Get well, bro, man. Try to, keep your head on the swivel. Try to stay the fuck out them casinos and gambling, man. Cause you ain't getting rich to go broke again, man. So shout out to everybody. Hit the like, hit the subscriptions. Everybody send this shit up. It's your boy Anasa. Tune in every day. I'm been the most consistent I ever been since I've been on YouTube. So, 100.